Who's ready for an adventure? Well, good morning there. Mother Nature must have heard my prayers, because she did exactly as I was hoping. Gave us a nice, cool evening, free of mosquitoes. Oh, glorious day. I was out in the canoe, anchored until around 1 o'clock. Did a little bit of fishing. Had one walleye, decent size, that got off boat side. But for the most part, I sat, I looked at the stars, I tried to sleep. I don't know if I managed to get any sleep at all, but I tried. Ended up coming in around 1 o'clock when it started getting pretty cool. And there were hardly any mosquitoes here. There were some around, but not the swarms like we're used to. One thing I also did, which may have helped, was I didn't hang anything from the ridgeline. So there were no clothes or no towels for them to perch on, which they had been doing quite a bit. So that probably helped. Got into bed, fell asleep, slept until dawn, around 6 o'clock, maybe a little 5:30, 6 o'clock. Woke up, was laying in bed making plans for the day, and then I thought, you know what? I've had a really good sleep by my standards so far. Why don't I just see if I can fall asleep, let my body decide if it wants more. And it wanted more, so it's 10:30 now. It's the best sleep in I've had in quite a while. So yeah, now it's time to get some food in me, get Roy for a walk, start the day, and I'm feeling well rested, feeling good. That was just what I needed. Here we go, off to a late start. It's a sunny day, warm enough but not terribly warm, with a bit of a north breeze. A good day for drying things, so I've hung out basically all the clothes that I own. Once I get back, well, first of all, I'll tell you what I'm doing now. I'm going to be trolling to the mainland, walking Roy, doing a tiny bit of fishing, cleaning the bass that I have, and then coming back for some lunch. Once I get back for lunch, I'm going to put out all of the teas, seed pods, anything that I have that could use some drying is going to be going out. And like I said, today's a good day for it. So that is going to be the plan of attack. And I think it's going to be a nice relaxed day around camp for the most part. I might do a little more fishing. Depends whether I have any success here or not, but generally speaking, it'll be a bit of a recovery day, which will be most welcome. So I'm just going to take the scenic route here, troll the edge of this big weed bed to the north of the island, see if I can't pick up a little bit of extra food for the day. I have one big bass tethered still, healthy and in good shape. This character here could last me the whole day, but if I had a few more fish to go with it, then that would be that much nicer. My diet has become quite fish heavy, and I like it. I wasn't eating nearly enough the first half of this experience. Now that I have the fishing situation figured out a little bit, I have a good feel for the lake, what lures to use. Still learning, but I'm getting there. So now that I have a good feel for it, I'm catching a lot more fish, I'm eating a lot more, I'm feeling a lot better. That hike yesterday took more energy out of me than I realized. I am gassed today. Just far less energy than I'm used to after getting up. Still doing alright, but like my hips are sore, my legs are sore, and the energy levels are definitely lower than they normally are. From a survival perspective, that was not a worthwhile trek by any means. And if you were truly in a survival situation, unless you were moving camp, I definitely would not recommend doing something like that. A journey of that length was a risk, and it did not pay off for me. Strawberries were not nearly as ripe as I was hoping. But there are other purposes to it. So I can demonstrate my teas. I had a lot of teas. So I'm going to have myself a good lunch and a restful afternoon. And just in general, I think a restful day. Be ready to go again for tomorrow. It is a beautiful, calm, sunny afternoon. Warm but not hot. Nice little breeze, not humid after yesterday's rain. Gorgeous. A decent smallmouth on here. It's a jumper. Ooh. How to get him in the boat. No! I really wanted that one. It is a real pain not having a net. A real pain. Back to the drawing board. Something big take it, it just went into the weeds. It may have got off or it may still be on. And that's off. Damn. Felt like a good sized pike. Fish are biting. It's a good start. I'm just not catching them. felt that it hit it a couple times, bumped it before it ended up taking it in the end. So right now I am fishing for dinner. I have another fish back at home, but I'm saving that for tomorrow. I have one fish, a little perch, on the dinner table, so to speak, and otherwise I'm going to eat what I catch in this next little while. Hence my frustration of losing these last two fish. The fact that I had two good quick bites is reassuring, and I'm hopeful that there will be more. Seeing all sorts of fish out here. There was a school of 3 smallmouth bass. Each would have been a nice eater size. And then I just had a pike, smaller pike, but I'd be happy to put that on the plate for dinner. Went after the lure right near the boat. So things are looking good so far. Now I just need to get them to bite and get them in the boat without getting off. And isn't that always the challenge? Here's something. It's a pike, maybe? No, that's a nice bass. It's not very well hooked, I don't think. Come on over here. Cooperate. I'm hungry. It'll break my heart if this gets off. There we go. That's dinner. Excellent. I feel much better now. Another bass on here. This one's bigger than the last one. A good sized fish. This is a good day for fishing, it would seem. Sorts of head shakes. Ooh, that's a nice fish. Come on. Whoa! Last thing I need is to get a friggin' treble hook in my thumb. Come on over here. Where are you? Roy, you want to give me a hand for once? You are absolutely useless. Freeloader. This guy comes along on the trip, only brings food for himself and doesn't even net fish for me. I don't need you. I do it myself, thank you very much. Alright, there is bass number 2. Working on number 4. Let's see what he needs. Come on, buddy, don't go out to me. There we go. Oh, that's a good hook. No, maybe not. Number 4. We're into the heat of the day now, and just cleaning the fish, paddling back here, walking up the rocks to get to my fire site. I'm feeling very, very weak, lightheaded, and to me that's just a sign I need to get some food in me, hydrate, and stay out of the sun. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I've got my water, been drinking that. I've got a good sized pot of water on the boil, and that's going to be tea, several cups of tea for the day. I'm going to be cooking up my bass very shortly, and generally speaking, I'm just going to take it easy, lay low for a while, and let the sun pass. I might nap if I have some time, but with the sleep I had last night, I don't know if I'll need it. Never hurts to save your energy that much more when it's this warm out. So that'll be a game time decision, depending on how much I can get done. In the meantime, I'm also going to take while I wait for this to boil, I'm going to take the time to spread the tea out that I gathered yesterday. Let that have a chance to air because it was wet when I gathered it and I don't want it going to rot. Hopefully by then the water will have boiled, fire will have burned down to coals, and I'll be able to get my bass on, cook it up, and have a good sized meal for lunch. Today's tea is going to be clover from the batch that I've been collecting for the last little while, and sweet fern. That's a larger pot than usual, so I've made sure to add a good amount. I might even add a little bit more, and I'll give that some time to steep, and we'll come back and see how it is. My sweet fern and clover tea has had about 20 minutes to steep now, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. Now these two are both quite good on their own. I'm interested to see if they'll work well together or not. Pretty good. Tastes mostly of the sweet fern. Seems to be the stronger flavor. Get a little bit of the hint of the clover though. Yeah, so that's another good one. Thumbs up there. Yeah, I think it accentuates the sweet fern. I think clover might be better on its own though. It's a very sweet one. I'm going to have to try that again. I've only had clover the one time, and that was by itself, and I was quite happy with it. So I might have to try that again just to reconfirm, but I would say this is a little better than sweet fern. Not quite as good as clover, but definitely a quality tea. So again, the thumbs up.
After lunch, I got ready to nap, leaving as little skin exposed as possible for the mosquitoes to bite.
over here, buddy. I've now spent a while drying the strawberry leaves and the clover flowers that I harvested yesterday for tea. I'm about to head back out on the water, and it's calm right now, but you never know. There might be a big wind or a storm that picks up, and I don't want to come back and find that they've blown all over the place and I've lost all the hard work that went into gathering them. In order to remedy that, I'm going to put them inside a paper bag, poke a bunch of holes in it to allow for air circulation, and hang it up to dry. This will prevent them from being exposed to the elements, but at the same time it will allow air to circulate in and around the leaves, effectively drying them out.